Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. Guess what I have for you tonight? When summer stops belonging to you. When summer stops belonging to you and what freedom looks like after 50. I want to say what freedom looks like after 60, after 70, after 80. All right. Now, you know what? This children and teachers live by. Remember, you were teaching school, and remember you were working, and you were a parent. Then you live by report cards, right? School bells, right? Summer vacation. We knew summer vacation, and the first day of school, we had all of that. Those were markers in our lives. That gave us some dimension. That gave us a calendar. That gave us a space. That gave us a time. But time changes. Yes. And we are not off schedule. We are just on a different clock. I have to talk to you all about this. We're not off schedule. We are just on a different clock. The line is different. The time is different. We're on a different clock. Things are still going on, but we're just on a different clock. So when Memorial Day is officially over, I hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day. You're enjoying yourself. Hats off to our veterans and, of course, those who passed away. We send love to the families. But when you ask for, and as for students, summer has begun. Like our little Gigi is out of school, so she's like anxious. When kids are home all day, they need food all day. Let me just put that in there. But when you become a certain age, you realize that we are living on a different calendar. We're not on that school calendar. You were on that school calendar. I was on that school calendar for 18 years. You all know we've all had somebody who's on it. You got kindergarten, you got elementary school time, you got middle school time, you got high school time, you got A, B, C, and D. They got to be somewhere. You were on some kind of schedule, and in between that, you were working, or you were a housewife. You had to make things happen, and then you knew what a weekend was. You looked forward to the weekend. You couldn't wait till Friday. All right, and so now our weekends have become our weekdays. Our weekends have become our weekdays. Tuesday morning at the grocery store can feel more peaceful than Saturday night. We love going somewhere on Tuesdays. Why? Because Tuesday is Tuesday. May as well be Saturday. We stop rushing towards Friday because every day starts teaching us something different. We don't have Friday anymore. Like one day I was like, what day is it? Do you remember what summer used to feel like? I mean, summer had its own rhythm. School year had its own rhythm. We don't have those rhythms anymore. We're on different rhythms. You remember the last day of school? What that meant? Turning in books. Remember, you came out of school, you had to turn your books in. You had to write in the autograph books. Yeah, they don't even have those anymore. I found my mother's autograph book. I feel like that's worth something somewhere. What were people saying back then? And how they're saying too many things now? Do our kids even know about an autograph book? They can't even read cursive, let alone write in cursive. All right? Hearing the bell ring, running outside. The bell ring outside, you go, popsicles. Do kids eat popsicles? We don't buy popsicles. We buy something long, pop something. It's not a popsicle. How about sprinklers? Turn the sprinkler on and run through the water. Front porch, roller skating, don't get me on that. Lightning bugs. Do they make lightning bugs? Are they still lightning bugs? I'm not outside at night, so I don't know. Do we still have lightning bugs? You used to run and catch the lightning bug and put it in a jar. These kids, they don't know anything about it. You can smell summer coming. Oh, it's so much fun. Just relaxing all of that. Being in the yard getting a lightning bug. Who told us that? Who told us that was something we needed to do? But I don't know too many kids that didn't do it, and I don't know why. Maybe it's something that came down the pipe. Like I said, some of us wake up on Wednesday and don't know what day it is. I'm one of them. I'm like, what day is it? I know Sunday because it's a lot of traveling that goes on. But I mean, I don't know. It's just all the days blend now. So there's nothing wrong with that, though. It's just not confusion. It really is not. It's freedom. See, when you wake up and say, I don't know what day it is, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. because you're free. You don't have, when I pass Delta Airlines corporate offices now, I think about so many things that happen there. I won't talk about the negative side, but I'll just talk about how I got over, how I got through, how God blessed me to get through those times when the they didn't have black people working in this department or that department. There I was trying to be the first here, there, and yon, but in the end, it turned out well for me. I retired. But just think about how I had to get up and get to work. And I remember never making it to school, and I taught school and then rushing to school on time and getting the kid out. I think about it, I reminisce about it, but I'm free from that now. And that's what we should relax in and relish in and be happy that God let us see us through. Instead of saying, oh, I'm getting confused, I don't know what day it is. You're not confused. You're free. You're free to say, oh, it's Wednesday, okay. Oh, it's Thursday, all right. Okay, let me see what I'm doing today anyway. Doesn't matter what day it is, find you something great to do. Because you remember how many Wednesdays, and how many Thursdays, how many Fridays, how many Mondays, how many Tuesdays you had to be somewhere doing something. You don't have that anymore, baby. You free. I is free now. And that's how I want you to look at it, as freedom. Freedom to think about other things, freedom to do other things, freedom to just make other things happen. So that's what I like. I like retired people do everything during the week. I was up in Florence, Alabama, and on Saturday it was packed with people who were home all week. Why are they out on Saturday? You've been home all week. You don't work anywhere. It's a retirement community. But they stayed at home, and on Saturday, it was like Saturday night, I just got paid or something. Remember that song? But they would be out, and it was the time to meet people and see people because they were in all week. I think it was fun in the end. Anyway, what do seniors do? They go to the movies on Tuesday afternoons. Yes, that's the best time to go. We eat breakfast at 10:45. Not me. I eat breakfast like 2:45. They'll call you at 2:00 and not remember that you're working. We'll call people at work. Hey, and they're like, it's 2:00. I'm at work. I know we do that. I know we get on your nerves. We stand in the line, they say, and sample everything at Costco. Just hold the line up. And people behind us, like I let people go ahead of me. I said, baby, go ahead. You look like you're in a hurry. Because I'm not in a hurry. Costco, BJ's, all of them. They got 2 or 3 things. I got 10, 12 things. I don't know what the 13th thing going to be. I let people go ahead of me. I don't want to hold up the line. And then they say if a restaurant says dinner starts at 4, the parking lot is full. Because we are there. But where else we got to be? We got to be somewhere at 4, 3:45. We are there. Already there. 3:30. We're looking at it. That's just the way it is. So I think it's pretty good. And don't let there be a free blood pressure screening somewhere. Oh my God, we all check that blood pressure. Free blood, but they got things now you can buy the cup. I haven't bought me one. I need to buy one. My girlfriend told me to get one, my own blood pressure cup. But I think I'll be on that thing every minute. Every time something happens, get the cup. That's why I won't get one, because I don't want to get addicted to the thing like grape soda. I'll be running trying to get the cup every time. Anyway. We spend our younger years waiting. We do. We spend our younger years waiting. And what are we waiting for? We wait for summer. We wait for graduation. We wait for a promotion. Oh, I waited for my first pen at Delta is a silver pen. Then I wanted the gold pen. Then I want the diamond on the pen. No, you didn't get a diamond. You got an emerald, and then you got a sapphire. Oh, all that. Just always wait. And then you're waiting for retirement. Then you're waiting for the weekend. But eventually, life teaches us not to wait for seasons to live. You don't need a season to live. Baby, just live till you die. I told you all that. Do you think it's easy being 83 and wanting to be 63? Do you think it's easy being 83 and wanting to be in a lifestyle with the 63-year-olds for many different reasons? And you cannot be 63 or with the 63-year-olds or even in 60-year-olds, and they let you be with them sometimes, but you want to be with them all the time and you can't because you got limitations. And so you have to get past that and say, I'm going to live my 83-year-old life. And if you want to join me and help me live it, I welcome you. But if you want to, you don't want to join me and help me live my 83-year-old life. With your life is not sitting around helping me live my 83-year-old life. My 83-year-old life is not extending and helping you with your life. Then you got to stay where you are and I stay where I am and live my 83-year-old life because I got to live. You got to live, baby. You know, it's not easy. I'm not going to sit here on this side of the screen and tell you it's easy for me every day. I get up sometimes, I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like something is not right. And I can't put my hand on it. I feel anxious sometimes. You know, I feel nostalgic sometimes, depressed sometimes. But I have to tell Georgianne, I had to go find me a pretty blouse or something. My escape route this is my escape route. You got to have an escape, baby. And this is my escape. And I would like to have more people pay attention. I'm hoping I'm helping you on the other side escape with me and remember the good things. And when I tell my students, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody on the other side of the screen that needs to hear what I have to say. And I take that one person, whomever you are. Because joy is not supposed to happen only on weekends. Joy is not on the weekend. When you work, joy is on the weekend, but joy is every day. You got to find that joy every day. Find it in something. Find it in something. Peace is not supposed to happen only on vacation. Find peace in your household. Find peace in what you're doing. It's scary knowing that you on your way out the damn door. But guess what? You could go out there. You could have gone out the door at 16. You didn't have to live to be 50. God didn't have to leave you here to be 50 or 60 or 70 or 83. I was just telling my little Gigi, I had no idea I would make it to 83. I didn't even know what 80 was. I wasn't even thinking of anything. In my 70s, I was rolling around. Those who met me in my 70s, you already know. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how old I was. Somebody had to tell me. But something happened at 79. I didn't want to say 80. I didn't want to say it. Because I'm like, oh my God. The love of my life. And I'm 80 and it ain't going to work. I can't say I'm 80. If I met somebody, I don't want to say I'm 80. What was wrong with me? No. Anyway, and maybe aging is God teaching us how to live on ordinary Tuesdays. Aging is telling us how to live on ordinary Tuesday. Yeah, I've had to learn to live with this. This may not be maybe it is a true gift of growing older. Growing older, like every day. It's hard. So Memorial Day is over. Summer has officially begun. You know, it may not be the day of summer, but you know what I mean for kids. We are finally learning how to live for the moment. All you have is right now. You can walk out right there. You know what God did one time to this lady? She went to the funeral, left the funeral, drove in her garage when she got home, and never got out the car, died. But you can just go any second. You don't have to be 83. You don't have to have an accident. You don't have to have a burning house, burning nothing. You could just, another friend of mine went to the bathroom. That was it. Another friend of mine, I don't know how she died. Linda Jones. Nobody's ever been able to tell me how Linda Jones died. Nobody ever contacted me. Nobody at Delta Airlines. Nobody even told me. Everybody knew I knew that girl. Nobody even picked up the phone and said, Linda. I found out because I was just looking for her. Younger than me, about to retire. So there's no, you can't tell. So you got to take every minute. My lovely, beautiful mother-in-law was planning her sister's funeral and dropped dead. Mrs. Evelyn Palmer Sanders. All the Palmers know. And she was planning her sister's funeral. And she got two sisters. You don't know. So since you don't know, what is it you need to do? You need to live. Whatever it is. I need some teeth. Still living. I think this is a month for me to start I have a series of doctors stuff I have to do. So I think it's time to start all that again. But guess what? You got to do it. You got to live. So what did I write right here? We're finally learning how to live by the moment. Live by the moment. Yeah. Let's live by the moment. Let's live moment to moment. Isn't that a song like that? You got to live till you die. And so why not just live? So what? Today is Tuesday. I asked my little Gigi, I said, what day is it? I couldn't remember the day. And then I said, don't get mad with Georgianne because she couldn't remember the day. It don't mean anything. It means that I'm free. I don't have to remember the day. I remember that I'm here. I remember how much I love you. How about that? I remember sitting on porches and fun and sun. Memory is good. That's how you make memories. Make memories with your people. Now, you all that are younger, make memories so you can sit back and just smile. I smile. I think about things in my relationships and people I love that I wish I had with me. I just smile. I look off in the distance and think about, wow, we had so much fun. Or I say, ooh, that was good. Oh, yeah, we did do that. And you just smile. That's that joy. That's that peace. Yes. When you have God on your side, that's it. What else you need? Except knowing that I love you. I don't know if you need that, but I do. And there's nothing you can do about it.